Welcome to Illegal Elbow Radio. We are back. I want to let you guys know you guys can find us at illegalelbowradio.com. You can also find us on Facebook under Illegal Elbow Radio. You can find my good buddy Dan at MMA Aftermath on Facebook. I want to thank you for joining us. Your hosts, Brian and Dan, are here to put on a great show for you guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Alright, people, we are back, man. What is happening, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, man? Good to be back. Good show for you guys tonight, man. So what'd you guys think of Conor McGregor, man, in that debut of Fuel 9?
Damn. I tell you what, Conor came out and fucking opened some eyes.
Yeah, dude, that was...
some eyes, because Brimage is not a bad fighter at all, and he just kind of, I don't know, clowned him on the striking end. You know, he was unleashing hellified fucking uppercuts at will, not really giving a shit about his own defense. He looked real good, man.
Yeah. That was probably the biggest eye-opener of the night for me, man, big time.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, obviously, I dug the Mousasi fight. Some people thought it was a little lackluster. To me, it was like, no, he's doing what he does, man. You know? It's not. I wouldn't say it's the best performance we've ever seen from Mousasi, but it was damn good. I mean, he didn't have to go for the knockout, knockout reel or nothing, man. He showed how he can go a whole fight and not have to, not have to try to kill somebody.
On your face.
Yeah,
Yep.
Completely unscathed, Which another topic, man. It does kind of suck that I don't know if he was injured. I think it was before the fight he was actually injured.
Yeah, that's what Justin was saying, his knee injury.
Yeah, now he's got to go into surgery too now, so we might not see him for another stinking year or something, depending, how it goes, I don't know.
Yeah, but, that's hard coming out there, after being sick and being fucking injured. Hopefully if he does... maybe, like some of the professional athletes, they'll go in and get, their knee drained or, do like some arthroscopic surgery, which it'll take a few weeks and they'll be back, doing what they do. But if they start going in there and carving up fucking ligaments and ACLs and MCLs, fuck, he might not be back for a fucking year.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's something simple, yeah.
Yeah, but as for the fight, man, if anybody says that it was lackluster, that was fucking Mousasi at his best. Not wasting any fucking punches. Hitting the mark. As you can see, fucking Lafati was crying blood.
Yeah.
He was. I felt sorry for him. I really did. I give him a lot of heart for staying in there. But Mousasi picked him apart, and there's no reason that Mousasi should get in there with a guy that throws that kind of fucking power and trade straight up with somebody like that. He picked his shots, and he was quick as fuck, and he just, like you said, did what Mousasi does.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. So, on to the card. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's roll.
Give this card hell, man. Why don't you bring it up right now, because my stupid computer's acting up before the show, so I apologize, people. I'm a little off my game. Beginning of the show here, but I'm getting to it.
Yeah, we'll be getting into some Mitrione talk too, but he actually looked pretty good,
Yep.
Fucking ran homeboy down like a damn linebacker.
A nice.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if the dude got knocked out by his shoulder or what, but that was.
Got hit by a damn offensive lineman, Mitrione.
Yeah, fucking Mitrione's a big motherfucker, man.
Yeah, we'd be here all night if we went over the entire card, but I think the Conor McGregor Brimage fight we can kind of start with. We already kind of talked about it, but Brimage being 6-2, I think it was. I like Brimage, Brimage's game. You know, he kind of went in there with the, hey, stay in his space, kind of don't let him get any distance. It was a good idea, but, you know, maybe lost sight of the game plan a little bit here because he's...
Yeah, he shot in with a couple shots, but didn't seem to affect, you know.
Yeah. But, I can't even say this guy's name. I mean, it wasn't a fight that I was really necessarily going to go over, but it was a pretty nice-looking win, nice submission win. Thor? Treong? I'm not sure how to say his name.
Thor Thong.
Yeah, that's right. Nice submission win over Adam Sella. It's kind of a weird matchup. You got 16-4 versus a 4-1. There's like a lot more experience on one end of the fight. I mean,
that was a weird fight in general because this is the first time they actually had guys from Ultimate Fighter fight on a card before the finale. Because season finale is tonight. Usually they wait till the finale card next Saturday to have a fight. But I knew it was going to have Thor on there because he's from Sweden. So
yeah, it's weird. What did you say the finale was?
the finale is tonight. Well, yeah, the finale. Season finale. The show is tonight, but of course the card.
Oh, right. The finale,
Yeah,
the actual finale card. Yeah, I'm thinking, why would it be on a Tuesday? But I see what you're saying.
Yep.
The other fight I thought was good was Reza Madadi taking on Michael Johnson. That was a pretty good fight, right up to the
He had the crowd behind him for damn sure.
Yeah, I guess he's a town favorite there. But I like his little post fight interview too. Where he's like, I guess this is where I'm supposed to say, I want the title shot. You know, I thought that was pretty cool, man. He seems like a cool guy.
There's a ton of hearts by surviving that kick and then coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed some control, too, in the second round, so... You know, he had fucking, he had him down, he was raining down some fucking elbows. Fuck, he even got him in a fucking triangle fucking attempt, almost, on the ground, and it just didn't land. He didn't do much after that, though.
Yeah, Michael Johnson was on the fucking warpath in the first. Damn near took his friggin' head off. But it was a nice comeback, man. Sweet comeback. Diego Brandao sporting a nice win over Pablo Garza. I didn't see Pablo Garza getting that. I just didn't see it, man. I mean, and then here we are, arm triangle choke, first round, man. I mean, so sweet, man. Who did you have in that one, Justin?
I had Brandao too because it's like I think Garza was a favorite a little bit because of course his win off of Hammond was good, but it seems like when Garza fights like what type of fights like Brandao, Dustin Poirier, those are fights you lose for like he's definitely an entertaining fighter for sure, but I seen Brandao taking that one in. And he showed big improvements in this fight, but actually like Kenny Flores said, like a calm killer, just like not like berserker mode like he usually fights.
Yeah, like hang out with a little more accuracy and pick your shots rather than just go ballistic and punch yourself out. Philip DeFries. What the hell happened to DeFries, man? DeFries and Mitrione.
The fucking guy ran over by a damn Mack truck. A Matt truck.
Probably punched him, and had him on his way down. Probably called him a freak and all kinds of other nasty words.
Go cut your balls off!
Yeah. But yeah, nice return for Mitrione, man. Comes back after a two fight losing streak there.
14-month layoff or some shit.
Yeah. So nice to see him get back in winning ways. Is the prize cut?
I think he's not yet, but
yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure if we got a word of that yet or not, but
it's like 3 losses, all by knockout.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, man.
Yeah.
If he keeps him in, he's just going to be a stepping stone. You know what I mean? They're keeping him in for a stepping stone, I would think.
Oh, that real?
Yeah. Is it me? I know I'm kind of jumping through these kind of quick, but I figure we can go over the rest of what's on here. And
yeah, we definitely got to hit on the Couture fucking Pearson fight.
Yeah,
sure.
That's the one I'm jumping at here. But I figured we can go on with the Garza-Masasi fight after that, and then go back maybe something we missed if we wanted to. But is it me or is Ryan Couture just not ready?
Dude, Ryan Couture is... It just looks to me like he's trying to stay alive all the time.
Yeah, constant defense mode.
He's fucking doing these little, like Justin and I were talking about. He's kicking motherfuckers in the top of the fucking leg. His hits and a stand-up striking mode are not going to fucking knock anybody out, dude. They're irritating more than anything, from what it looked like to me. He's scrambling away because he knows the one thing that Ross Pearson wants to do, and he wants to fucking knock his ass into Tomorrow Rock. And basically, in the first, there was a lot of fucking wall installing and fucking hugging and, rugging and all this other shit. And it's towards the end, it was just what Pearson wanted. He fucking closed the gap. He figured out his fucking little awkward style, because I think he looks fucking awkward as fuck, Couture, that is. And he just basically fucking laid the leather down and fucking ended all the bullshit.
pretty well flattened him out, yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, it's just like you say that Ryan Couture's not ready. No, he's not fucking ready because his fucking striking is horrible.
It's like he was never able to get anything really set up, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, coming in, being trained by his dad and stuff, maybe so, but if you just ain't got it in your gut, you ain't got it in your gut. And there's something he needs to change in his training or something. I don't know, man. Maybe Pops needs... Maybe his dad's not there in training, isn't he shooting up...
Maybe he needs another voice in his ear besides his dad.
That could be it, too, man. Maybe his dad ain't hard enough on him or something, or, I don't know. I don't think... what was his last fight? His last fight was...
Against KJ Noons.
Okay, so I thought there was another fight in between there.
And it was controversial, if I'm not mistaken.
He lost that fight, should have.
Yeah. Yeah, that fight he had a lot of the same look. Like he was just running and kind of on the defense and didn't know what to do with it and scrambling and...
Awkward as fuck.
Yeah, it looks like he's just having a fucking hell of a time in there, and it's crazy.
Seems like he's still. He seems like he's still if Strikeforce still around, he still should have been in there on the Strikeforce Challenger card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a Strikeforce Challenger. Yeah, he was just basically in fucking Ross Pearson's way.
Yeah, and Pearson wasn't having it. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. But so Latifi gets the call, eh? Gets the call, and as usual, too, man, UFC blew that guy up to no end, like he was the next, the second coming of Jesus Christ. Like he was, the amazing striker, and this guy, he's knockout power. Sure, he might have knockout power.
They were him like crazy.
Yeah. Rashad Evans.
Yeah, and trying to build up a card, just like they always do, trying to build up the fight, and, which... I could say they do a pretty good job at that, but we all kind of know how that goes now. It's like, okay, this guy has barely any experience. Not barely any, but he doesn't have a lot of experience when it comes to a guy like, a contender, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I consider Mousasi a contender, and this guy should not be fighting a contender. This guy should be fighting. His first fight in UFC should be fighting a can. So it was just...
You got that right.
It was basically a monumental mismatch, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think by the way that Mousasi looked, he looked disinterested. He fucking didn't really respect Latifi. He had some of the same demeanor that fucking Spider Silva had against Damian Maia. Just like fucking, what the fuck? You're gonna send me a fucking schlub in here? The dude's fucking face is Bangladesh. He's crying blood. Mousasi walks away with not even a fucking scratch. Yeah, I'll give him he hit him a couple times in the face, but what did you say, Justin? How many fucking punches did he have? Did Latifi have against fucking Mousasi?
Yeah, he didn't even land, not even over 11, not even over 10. That's the highest he had. In the first round, he only landed 4 punches.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for your.
It was a mismatch from the beginning, man. It's like you said, fucking. The UFC blew him up like he was something special. Masasi probably felt a little disrespected, but just went in there and fucking proved the point and said, "This is what happens when you feed me crap. I'm just gonna turn it into mincemeat."
Yep.
So, and I said that you were talking about earlier. Yeah, Latifi is probably a decent fighter. You know, but against a Gegard Mousasi, there's no way. You know, there's no fucking way. And basically, Latifi, in my opinion, is just fucking Gustafson's fucking punching bag. Was he his training partner?
Yeah.
He was Gustafson's fucking punching bag. So now you're going to bring a guy that's his punching bag into, you know, fight a legend like Mousasi. It's just bullshit.
I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. You bring a guy in with a record of 8-2, you know, against a guy like Mousasi. Yeah, and, you know, every now and then you get a guy that's, you know, next to amazing with a record like that. You know, like, I don't want to say he's next to amazing, but I mean, like, Chris Weidman. You know, he might go in there with Anderson Silva, and Anderson Silva might show a whole level that Chris is not on yet. You never know, man. You never know. But I think Chris Weidman's got a really good chance at that. But, I mean, a guy like that going in, he's got the title shot now. Mm-hmm. It's pretty impressive because he's, 9-0 or 10-0?
Yeah, but we got to look at the quality of opponents, too. So it's
right. And he's beating them pretty...
soundly.
Pretty easily. I mean, you know, I don't want to say too easily, but he's got really good technique. I got to give him that, man. But another kind of hats off I want to throw in there real quick because I thought it would have gone a lot differently. But Michael Kuiper taking on Tom Lawler, nice performance by Tom Lawler, man. Because I thought Kuiper was going to get in there and just throw some leather on him and get him hurting, but it just proves, man, you can't really. Count Tom Lawler out, man. You can never, you know, he could be getting his ass kicked, and you just can't count him out, man. It was a nice performance, man. Didn't take very long either, man. It really, you know, it was pretty damn quick. We've seen Kuiper go before, and we've seen Tom Lawler do horribly before. So I mean, it was a nice, quick ending to that fight. But anything else you guys want to throw at this card before we skedaddle out of here? Not out of here, but before we move on.
We could probably segue off of something one of the fighters was talking about and got in trouble about, which is Matt Mitrione. You know, we know that I don't know what I'm going to say, him or her, fucking, you know, I guess he's legally a her now, so we'll go with that. Fox Fallon. You know, a lot of people have different views on if she should be fighting in women's MMA or not. You put up a good point up on Facebook, which you could go see. You know, Brian over at Illegal Elbow on Facebook. You can go see me over on MMA Aftermath. We're talking about the same thing on Facebook about how are you going to test for the levels of testosterone is what you were talking about, Brian. You know, how are you going to do the fucking testings and shit?
Yeah, because I mean it's a whole separate thing here. What do they test when they test the women? I mean, is it the same thing? They test for testosterone? I mean, you know, how do they test women? I mean, women got to be tested differently, I'm assuming. But if she's on medication or some kind of a hormone thing, does it keep her changed to a woman? And then if she just stops taking it, she starts going back to what she naturally is? Or how does it work?
It might be like Bruce Banner, you know.
I mean, how do we know...
Dr. Bruce Banner.
How do we know it's not a thing where, you know, if she lays off her hormone pills for 2 weeks or whatever, she's not, you know... Yeah, like I said, man, I'm no
she's
doctor.
She's going to Duck Dynasty beard, you know.
Right.
We don't know.
Right. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, man. I don't know how that shit works, but I mean, how do we know she's not, you know... just naturally more testosterone in her than she should when it's fight time. You know, like I said, I don't know how this shit works, but it just seems to me she would have to have some different kind of testing to make sure she, you know, what do? They give her estrogen shots? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, it's. I don't know how it works, man. I mean, I know when you have a hysterectomy, you have to have estrogen shots.
Now,
so that's a different thing. I don't know.
Did she do away with the package down there? Did they lop it off, or she still got it down there? I don't understand. And she just considers herself a woman. I'm not.
I think she got it all.
She's got it all? So
Yep.
she's in there with women, teabagging women right now. Beating on women.
No.
Hope not.
That's... I'm sorry, man. I have
she's
nothing against what people want to do with their own body, but I don't see the right in going in there and, fighting women right now. And especially when you still got your frickin' begonies,
Yeah, the Coolions are still, still dangling, But, I mean, what did you say, Justin? You just say they're off? Like her nuts are gone? Or she's still got them
I don't
on?
have anymore. That was, she had surgery
I thought you said she had them all. Sorry.
Oh, no, she had the surgery years ago. She don't have any of that anymore.
Okay, so she's had the surgery years ago?
Yeah, she had it years ago.
Is there any kind of a interview that you've seen or heard or whatever that she's been on hormones long enough to actually be a woman? Because, I mean, you look at her midsection, that still looks like a dude, man. I mean,
it does.
She's got a thick-ass midsection, and I got to think, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I would think there's got to be a shit ton of brute force going on there,
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about myself. Like I said, I don't care what anybody does to their body, but if you're in there, she should only fight Cyborg. That's it.
Just straightening up, just situating myself.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, really, one's been caught on TRTs and roids or whatever, and the other one's used to be a dude. So I mean, where's she fighting anyway? Fallon Fox. Does she have a contract anywhere?
Third grade down in Brazil or something, I think. I don't know. Chile.
Do you know, Justin?
Let me look on my page here. They were saying. But yeah, it's that's a Florida regulatory in Florida is what we're looking at here. Look more into it. Yeah, Florida combat status states document found that she has committed fraud, they're talking about it will be revoked if she's committed fraud, so they're threatening her on that end. So she's licensed.
Okay.
So.
Because, I mean, I was talking to Justin about this. You guys might have talked about this as well, but she had I think it was at least 3 amateur fights or something like that, to where she's went in there with 3 knockouts and just slobber knocker these broads, these chicks, knocked them the hell out. Excuse my language, ladies, so I don't mean to say broads. It's just I don't mean anything by it. But, go in, knocks these ladies out, but yet didn't tell anybody that she used to be a guy. So I mean, now that she's come out about it, she's revealing the truth or whatever, and getting tested and getting cleared to do so. I don't know. I guess it's gonna forever be a question. It's not like something we can solve here.
It opened fucking Pandora's box, is what it did. It's just like the Olympics with. There's transgender running in the races, which I said, I don't have a problem with that, but like you said, how do you test the levels?
Yeah.
Racing's one thing, and shit, if they don't test the levels on that, she could fucking start breaking women's records, the girl that's racing in, races. But when it comes to beating on somebody, and if you have some sort of manly strength against a woman, somebody could get fucking seriously hurt here.
Yeah.
And I don't get, and the gay and lesbian community needs to fucking realize that, because they're always out there, you said this, and they're going to fucking, go after somebody, instead of sitting here and saying, hey man, somebody could get fucking hurt here. I know you're going after everybody for what they're saying and all this shit, but somebody could get fucking hurt here. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like it's like, what do they got to do? Create a whole new way of testing now for other transgender fighters that want to come in? I mean, what What if they do a chick that turns, she wants to transform her, or whatever you call it, transform herself into a guy.
Transformers shit.
Right, it's more than meets the eye, you know what I mean? Jeez. I guess you wouldn't need a cup, since everything's not real. No, it's disgusting.
It'd be funny fighting freaking Clay Guida at featherweight.
Well, I don't know, man. It's all jokes aside. I mean, we could fucking sit here and joke about it all night, but it's
and you could even segue that over to Matt Mitrione.
Yep.
He was doing it in a joking context, and then again, he was not. He's not a fucking paid comedian. He's under contract. There's a code of ethics. You could even say, well, Dana White, all the shit he does behind the scenes, he probably made fun of this girl too,
Yeah.
Him and his boy probably did. But the fact is, you don't go up on a public forum, and you don't, even if you have discrepancies with it, you don't sit there and slander it because you're under contract. It's a fucking PC correct world is what it is. Everybody's going to, if you fucking slip up, say something wrong, they're going to be on your ass,
Yep.
So that's how it is. He wants to be funny guy. Now he's fucking paying for it. So.
Yeah, a lot of people comment on how Dana was pissed about it, and it's like a lot of people are like, well, what about Dana? What about his code of ethics? He's running around F-bomb and everything, and but it's like at the same time he is the boss.
Yeah.
But
yes, he is.
He doesn't lead by example. That's for damn sure. When it comes to
there's definitely a double standard, sir.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But he's not a fighter either, so.
Right.
Surprised Mitrione learned the first time. Remember the whole situation with Tito and his wife?
Oh, right.
Last year?
Oh,
when he talked about his wife. I'm like...
Yeah, that's... Jenna Jameson's left wide open to be made fun of, but... wide open, no pun intended.
Jeez.
We're
going to call for
Tito. He tried to fight Tito at the UFC Summit last year.
Oh, really? Yeah, but it's a Pandora's box for the certain thing is this debate is going to rage on for much longer than this. Yeah. It's going to come back up again when the week of her fight, and it's just going to keep raging on. So it's just another Pandora's box that's been opened, and you can agree with it or disagree with it. Like I said, I agree, wholeheartedly. Somebody can do whatever the fuck they want to their body, but again, like you said, you can't test to see if this person is hitting as strong as a guy would just because you cut your slants off,
For sure, man. It's how do you gauge it, man? You know what I mean? How do you gauge it? It's a woman coming in with transgender, woman coming in with, how much is left in the bag?
No pun intended.
Really, kind of it was, but how much, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to talk about it without making a joke, man. Really, you know what I mean? But so I could see why, Mitrione just making a joke about it, but at the same time, it's like it was pretty harsh. But
yeah,
that's like with the football players and the baseball players. They all have there's a code there too. They all for the most part they all watch their mouth too. So it's, I guess, you got to go with that.
Exactly, you got to.
Same rules.
You sign the contract. Fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to go on a little 2-minute break here, Brian.
Yeah, that's cool, man. We got a little Tito Ortiz action when we get back. There's some stupid shit that he said, man, and it's always stupid with Tito. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But
yeah. Also, Justin gonna be running down some Evicta results, and I guess we got Chris Cyborg gonna be locking horns here soon.
Hell yeah, man!
Let you know about that.
Kick ass, man. More coming. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to take a little commercial break, people. We shall be back in just a few minutes. In the meantime, I want to thank you big time for hanging with us. Having a good time tonight, man. Chilling out. In the meantime, check out Illegal Elbow or IllegalElbowRadio.com, whichever you choose. Head over and check out MMA Aftermath on Facebook. Check out Illegal Elbow Radio on Facebook. Also, I want to remind you, head over to check out Illegal Elbow's top 20 heavyweights of MMA. Those are under a basic criteria: quality of opponent, activity in your last 5 fights. It's very important criteria in my opinion. I think a lot of people need to check this list out, see what they think about it. Go ahead and say your piece on it. Give us some comments, what you think about it. Go ahead and post a comment at the Spreaker page. Let us know what you think of the shows. But at IllegalElbow.com, also run over and check out the heavyweight forecast. Just a glimpse of all the heavyweight fights that are coming up very soon. Back in my day, back in Dan's day, we were always really excited for Mike Tyson fights, Evander Holyfield fights. Then when MMA came along, we got into it really kind of around 92, 93. We started really getting into it. We started checking out some of these fights, and we were hooked, man. We were hooked dead to rights, man. We were hooked. Let us know what you think about it. Also check out MMA Aftermath. Lots of great news on a lot of very hard-working Detroit-based fighters, man. A lot of great news on Detroit-based fighters. So, like I said, though, we are on a commercial break, so we will be back momentarily. So hang with us. We will be back. Just a couple of seconds. Go ahead and count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
What's up, people? We are back.
We are back.
Back in black.
So, yeah, kick us off, Dan.
Yeah, no, just for people who are just joining us, we just ran down some UFC Fuel 9 results. We talked a little bit about the F.Fox situation and Matt Mitrione comments on that. And right now we're going to be turning it over to Brian. He's going to be running down some Tito shit.
Yeah, everybody, anybody that's a fan of this show or listens to the show just knows how much I love Tito Ortiz, man. I've been a huge fan for a lot of years, and I love listening to him cry and whine and piss and bitch and everything else. But basically, Tito Ortiz, it was Cage Potato reporting. There was an interview on there about him talking about how he thinks that his retirement fight was rigged. And he thinks, he says, I blocked all of his shots. And it was the first time in UFC history, which I'm not sure I really buy this either, but he was saying it's the first time in UFC history that they ever showed strike attempts and strikes landed. So he's like, he's like, I've never seen that before. And it's like, he may be right about that, but I would assume we've probably seen it since then. I don't know, but even so, did anybody, maybe some people can make an argument for him. I personally don't. I think Forrest pointed him to death. He might have scored a knock or a takedown, but that's it. You know what I mean? A couple of punches here and there, maybe, but that, he got pointed to death, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just a more Tito crying and cop-outs and, excuses.
And it gets old just listening to him talk, because it's always a self-promotion. Everything he says is a self-promotion. I thought I won the fight. I did this. I did me that. Me that. My production line is doing. My clothing production is doing really well. My meal. What has he got? Some kind of meal thing going on now? Or it's just ridiculous.
It is.
This is going really well for me, and this is going really well. It's going really well. It's funny how I've heard nothing about it. But anyway, man, I'm little Tito beating session is. I'm done though. Unless you guys got more on it.
No, if Justin, man, if you want to go through the Invicta results and then give us a little Chris Cyborg news.
Oh yeah, I want this comment on the Tito thing. I'm looking at the fight matches, and every round, Forrest Griffin outlanded Tito and threw more punches. Like first round, Griffin threw 90 punches, landed 25. Ortiz threw 48. He landed 21. Round 2, Griffin threw 102 total strikes in the whole round. Tito only threw 55.
Wow. His arm hurt.
Yep. In round 3, Griffith threw 88, Ortiz threw 44. And it's like...
Yeah, it's just...
Proof's in the fucking pudding.
He was landing more, and he was the more active fighter. I mean, how much more do you need to break the fight down?
The guy that was taking the stats wasn't counting correctly.
Yeah, I want to recount. Yeah, go to Florida with that one. No offense there, Justin. But yeah, kick us off on the Invicta, man, for sure.
Invicta FC Friday happened. We have a new atomweight champion with Michelle Waterson. That was probably one of the best fights I've seen women title fights. It was just like a back and forth grappling match, 4 rounds. It was like it was getting mad on each other. It was very hot to see, but getting mad on each other, going for arm bars, and then finally, Michelle Waterson was like, you could tell she was tired, but she dug down deep, had the heart, and pulled out the 4th round arm bar submission.
Nice.
The Kaufman and Leslie Smith going back. That was definitely fight of the night. Exchanging punches. Apparently, the judges scored that fight a split decision, which makes you think how bad these judges are. You have my favorite fighter, Chris Cyborg. Basically just murder Fiona Muxlow in like 2 minutes. 3 minutes, actually.
Oh, yeah, how'd she look post-steroid?
She looks skinnier and lean. I'm like...
So she doesn't look as big?
Yeah, she don't look as big. She still has some muscle on her, but it's not like veins everywhere, like a Vitor Belfort was.
Yeah. Huh.
She still has some muscle, and she still looks lean. And that girl was just had her arms held out the whole fight, just like, stop, stop, stop. I'm like, just someone can stop this crime, but overall it was a good night of fights in Invicta FC. And they're going to be back July, I believe, for the Marlos Kuhn and Chris Cyborg rematch.
Yeah, I don't see that one going down a whole lot different. I mean, Marlos is good at the great submission artist, you know what I mean? But I just don't see it happening. Just my opinion.
They fought before, too, in Strike Force.
Yeah. Yeah, I think wasn't it a knockout?
Yeah, round 3, Marlos Kuhn just got overwhelmed.
Yeah. It seems to be her game, man. Just go in there and overwhelm, pretty much. I mean, she could take a shot, too. Hell yeah, man. Anything else on that?
And there was another. This fight was good too. It had Zorla Gazelle. She was a former Bellator flyweight champion in there.
Yeah, George Gazelle's sister or niece or something like that, or
who's Zorla Gazelle?
Yeah, she related to George Gazelle.
Yeah, she married to him.
Oh, okay, shit. I thought they were like siblings or something, but I didn't know they were married. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, it's alright. Yeah, before it was Frost though, but she goes like Gazelle now. But she debuted on the card and she did not look like she was a former Bellator champion. She just got
owned.
Walled. And, man, Ryan Couture should have been watching this fight. That's how you wall off somebody. Because every time Jordan Phil tried to kick or something, Jennifer Mai just backed her up. Nope, right to the cage, elbows, just overwhelmed her. 3 rounds. Power. I was like, man, Ryan Couture should be taking notes on this, but
it sucks, man. It sucks to see him, take a loss like that so bad, and it's like where he comes from. It's like, geez, man.
It does.
That's why I just thought, he's just not ready, man. He needs to go back to the drawing board, man. Seriously.
Yeah. But,
something's got to change there.
I can't wait till next weekend, man. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about Hobbit fighting here, okay? I'm talking about the real main attraction, which is Miesha Tate's ass, for me at least. So
I can agree with that, man. I can agree with
I'll be tuning into that. By far, in my opinion, the hottest female MMA fighter right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I say right behind F.Fox.
You mean Mark Fox?
No offense, Father Fox, I love you, but
No, we're clowning around, man. I know she's the. I'm sure she's the center of jokes right now. I mean, we're clowning, man. No.
No, but I guess Faber and Jorgensen are friends. And they're gonna have to put their friendship aside. I don't know how much whoever wins this, because it's just like a back and forth with all these guys right now. Is Faber going to be in contention after this if he wins?
UFC will. Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, Faber's going to get another title shot. He's going to lose, and then right back again, and again, and again, and again.
Yep.
And,
Oh yeah, it's you're just reading the same magazine over and over. I mean, it's the same thing, man, from cover to cover.
It just seems to me the Faber, he'll probably beat Jorgensen, but the Faber flash and the Phenom shit, the next, this and that with all the spinning back fist and it does nothing for him anymore. So.
No, it's a thing of the past for sure.
Yep.
No.
As I mentioned before, it's like Faber's athleticism only takes you so far. At his age, he's like 30-something. It's like against the elite guys, that's what he relies on. Of course, he can beat the lower tier guys, the middle guys with it, but the elite guys have that and skill.
Yeah, he's probably like a high tier gatekeeper. Really.
Yeah, I could see Jorgensen hanging in there, and losing a decision. But I don't, you know what I mean? I'd love to see him get it, man. I just don't see it, though.
Jorgensen's the same way, man. He's like a gatekeeper, too. He's, he gets up there, and he's got to fucking fight his way back to get up there again, and it's the same shit.
Yeah.
But as for Faber, he'll be around a lot longer because of the fanfare, Fuck.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, really, the Bieber fanfare.
I just
fucking
hope
Frodo Baggins fanfare.
I just hope it's a good showing for Scott at least. So you at least get a little more on the map. You know what I mean? And even in maybe even in losing, he can get a little more wind under his sails. You know what I mean? And who knows? Maybe push a little harder and do a little better. You know what I mean? For lack of better. You know what I mean? But
another guy on that card that I'd like to see string a couple together is fucking Gabe Gonzaga.
Yeah.
If he goes back, if he keeps the submissions up, man, I think he's gonna go far. It's like we said, he got into that fucking standing and banging with the big boys and got his fucking bell rung. So
yeah,
I think he's much better at jiu-jitsu, in my opinion.
Yeah, and, stick with the bread and butter, man. Stick with what works. I mean.
Well, it's about that time, brother.
Hell yeah, man. We're going to wind up and get the hell out of here, man.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, people.
All right, man. Hopefully you guys liked it, man. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Later.